Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's message goes to all brothers and of course including my ulamas who are having more than one wife in a polygamous life. Indeed, this is the sunnah of Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has permitted it in the Quran. But do not forget that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not permit it without a condition. The very same ayah which has given us a permission, when you look at the beginning of the ayah, there's a word called al-qist. And as you are going down the same ayah, there's a word which is known as al-adl. Even though these two words might seem or might sound different, but they're conveying the same message. And that is the message of justice between the women. And that is the message of equity and equality, treating all of them in the same way. And that is what most men are lacking. And because we are lacking that quality, women of today do not want to hear anything about polygamy. They don't want to hear anything when we're discussing to them, even though convincing them to say that this is an ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the beginning? It is us men who are already in polygamous life, we are not treating them well. Do not forget that these are women that their neighbors are in polygamous life. So they know and they see what is happening. They have their neighbors, they do businesses with other women. They also at work, they work with the women who are in polygamous life. So they're told what they are going through. Do not forget that some of these women are the women who were born in a polygamous life. They know how it was and how it is in the family of polygamy, and they don't like it. And that is because we are giving the bad name to the polygamous life because of how we are treating injustices that we are showing to our women. Dear friends, don't forget that you promised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the very same ayah because of the condition which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put. And if you went through and took the second wife, it means you promised Allah that Allah, I will do justice between them. I'll do equality between them. Remember that each and every promise that you promise a person or you promise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask you on the day of Qiyamah. Dear friends and brothers, do not lean on only one side, but try to be just. Do not forget that when you lean, when you love one person, when you spend on only one woman and you leave the other, you are sowing the seed of hatred between the women. Don't forget that Yusuf alayhi salam was thrown into the well by his brothers because Yaqub alayhi salam showed more love to Yusuf alayhi salam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.